Hello, Wojciech Pietrzak here. Welcome to my next ITSL game. Asians being Asians. As you can see, this opponent has a rating of over 1900, while he is at about 30% in his Asian division. And now I have to face him. His real name is Chengrui He, and unfortunately I wasn't able to contact him so that I could validate this pronunciation. And I don't really like my hand. It's good that I got socialist government, and of course Middle East scoring is always worth. But I guess I have to open conservatively, hope to not being purged. And of course headline Middle East scoring, because what else? CIA would be an option, but okay, Asia scoring is quite painless, and it's leaving Europe as the only interesting region. So this is why he opened to Poland, effectively moving the influence from Finland to Poland, comparing to opening to Austria or Yugoslavia, but denying any access to Italy. Europe is the last contested region now. But what I have to do is get rid of Vietnam Revolt's AR6, hold decall, so space socialist governments, but this must wait until blockade, to which discard socialist governments and space decall. The Cambridge 5 is quite pointless now. I mean, Europe is the only region remaining to be scored, so when I have to play it, I will. Problem is, where should I play? DEFCON at 4, I'm not very happy about playing to Pakistan. I'm also not too happy to play to France, because I don't have too many ops. What I can do is to try access Thailand and save my access here in case of being completely cooped out. I also don't have convincing coup targets now. But of course I'm happy that his Iran coup was relatively poor. Yeah, we agreed to 60 minutes per game, and 3 minutes per 2 moves is far too slowly, but I guess there will be more obvious moves to play. If not for the blockade, I'd be much freer with this hand. But now I probably have to play Vietnam Revolt's AR5, Cambridge 5 AR4 at most. Oh, and Truman's gone. And I still don't have convincing coup targets. Okay, let it go. The Cambridge 5 in Iraq, the Cambridge 5, just to increase chances to wipe his access and to grab to military operations. And it indeed worked. Had I used CIA, he'd still be able there, present there. Now, of course, he's the one to take Lebanon. He's also the one to take Pakistan. What's my plan for the remaining cards? I want to put 3 or 4 in France. Let's not give up Middle East that easily. Or shall I? I'm in Iraq. This should secure my presence anytime I need it. Soon. Decisions, dilemmas. Okay. Let's place 1 influence in France first. This is provocative enough for Suez or the goal. No, I didn't want to take you. This is kinda sorta necessary if I want to play Vietnam revolts. He was the first and succeeded. Okay, let it go. I am giving up Thailand, I know, but for the price. And of course my hand wasn't strong enough to avoid this. Of course I could play moves like Vietnam revolts earlier and coup. Thailand. West Germany broke. Socialist governments will have to be used for self-repairing, so I can as well space it, hoping for some Marshall Plan to come. Marshall Plan didn't come. Europe scoring came. I got blockade, but I didn't get Red Scare Purge. And I don't have anything better to headline than Special Relationship, which actually may be good against the goal, although not enough. If he has a marshal, he may take France for the price of battleground coup. And probably he's not going to dominate Europe ever, but neither am I, especially that Truman is gone, so nothing to be counted on before some options like Salt ABM or Tear Down This Wall come, or a long bear trap. This is also an option. Okay, a coup. Is a 4VP swing, 2 if he has a war card, which he can have. Arab-Israeli war. So I wish I had a playable 2 to perform this coup. But I don't. What I do have is a nice coup result. I don't understand why he entered Austria instead of Yugoslavia. This needs securing. This needs securing as well, I guess. Sooner or later I have to score Europe. But now it's not likely to get worse. So I can focus on other stuff first. What's the other stuff? Egypt and Libya would be nice. But I don't have a 2 to play it into Egypt. I have decall to space, blockade to discard with Comic-Con, and NATO, which must be used in a single move. And he has D-style. One thing I could do is to hold blockade, in which case I get Comic-Con as a playable card, but the drawback is that all 4-op cards except Red Scare Purge are gone. So this blockade, if I'm unlucky, is a very tough card to mitigate. Well, in this case, let's try it, because there is another option, that he doesn't have Nasser, but he does have containment. Now that he played here, I feel Deco may be safely spaced, thus stopping him from spacing. But not from eventing this one. Okay. This doesn't look as bad as it could, although I feel slightly unlucky here. Now I'm not dominating Middle East, he is dominating Asia, Europe is... yeah. Containment. So now the question, blockade with Comic-Con or Comic-Con itself? With Comic-Con itself, I could deny him Middle Eastern presence or dominate Middle East myself. And secure Asia. With blockade I can only do one of these, but get rid of blockade. I think I am in a risky mode. Seven cards. He's more likely to draw RSP because USSR draws first. So he didn't. I have RSP. And I have duck and cover, but I also have CIA created once again. I also have Korean War and Arab-Israeli War. He has Nasser. He also has Suez Crisis. But I think purging him gets the best of all worlds. And holding blockade, because I could as well play duck and cover, protecting myself against coups. I could of course defect him, although I guess defectors weren't played, so he may expect it. Yep. And I could play CIA and still coup myself. I wonder if purging him now is of any good. Suez Crisis and Nasser are good enough as the events. If he has Indo-Paki, it's good as well. Yeah, I think Red Scare works better as a 4-up card. Suez Crisis is less harmful than it appears. I'm not sure about Marshall Plan playing. I think I shouldn't be worried about his European domination. He has his place in the Middle East. I'm playing the entire hand except blockade, so he will get his mill-ups from Arab-Israeli War. Now this is the access to Turkey in case I needed to defend Europe. And this is securing against Nasser. Do I need this one or not? I don't need it yet. So let's first secure domination here. Or maybe, just maybe, I could secure domination here and start building up my position here and put just one here to prevent taking it directly by ops. In Asia I'm one country behind, so I have to be ready to take one more than he does in a single move. Europe is out of contest so far, and my goal is to avoid being dominated. And this should work. This is the pain in the ass. Okay, South Africa is of least importance due to its vulnerabilities to stuff. Yep, I know it. Maybe this should have been played earlier, but I can't just give up Libya. Whew. Of course I'm losing points due to mill-ups, but I'm not losing the points due to non-dominating Middle East so far. Okay, space time. And he had the scoring, I was pushing. Okay. So let's secure our position here just a little bit. And let's scare Mexico, Guatemala and Colombia to secure presences. This is for domination. Okay, not as bad as of what was played here. Now that's a riddle. Now I have to play the entire hand, I guess. All the cards are playable except Liberation Theology and We Will Bury You. I think I can headline AGS scoring, because cards like ABM Treaty or Brush War can mess up with it. I wouldn't like to headline the Voice of America because it has a potential to address exactly what's needed further in turn. And these are the only offenses, the only cards I can headline so that it makes sense. East European Unrest is completely pointless, Latin American Death Squads are somewhat pointless. Okay, let it be so. Aye, he had ABM Treaty. Not happy about it, not happy. But at least if he wants to be certain about it, he has to avoid cooing. So DEFCON will be at 2, enabling me countering whatever he does. Event miscellany. I don't want to give you 3 more, I think. Or do I? Making you unable to coup. Because if I hand We Will Bury You to him, he gets a 3, but I get rid of this card for good. And I'm the one to coup, for example, Zaire. Yeah. In which case, I'm no longer so scared of Africa. So I can immediately play the Voice of America against Venezuela and Brazil. Use the high cards I possess to win the coup war in Colombia, hopefully. Not any longer. I have to start playing against Colombia right now. Fortunately, rolling high enough. Come on. Okay. Now please stop rolling high against Colombia. Just score it and let me focus on other regions. I think he doesn't have South America scoring, because had he, entering Chile would probably have priority. But I have to attack South America anyway. And that's the great moment to do it. So U2 Incident and Flower Power are cards that I may invest into cooing in Colombia. And as he keeps rolling high, I keep using a high card. No! Really? I did everything I could to prevent him dominating South America. And I rolled a 1, which was the only result against me. Now that's what I call unfair. That's what I really call unfair. Americas and Africa and Southeast Asia and Europe, the regions to be scored. Scored regions, Asia, Middle East. I could have had a better draw here. Okay. No reason to go for South America. So let's attack Central a bit and threaten something in Nigeria, keeping access to Zaire. I feel he got everything, the best of all worlds, this particular turn. This hand looks much better, but it also looks a little bit too late. Okay. Cuban Missile Crisis for the headline. Quagmire for Space Race. Bear Trap last action round. Our man in Tehran somewhere in the middle of the turn. Let's see. Of course. He also has things like this. Thankfully, Middle East has been scored. But the fact that he got Central America scoring is the most unfair thing I could imagine now. What are the priorities in this case? I actually won't need you, and I need a 2-ops card by now. If he cancels the crisis, I think I should eventually win a coup war. If I don't, this is just an unwinnable game and not my fault any longer. I'm focusing on winning Central America. At least by expelling him from Cuba. This is not very important at this stage to trigger actually Sadat, although it would be nice. It would also be nice to roll higher. Okay, if I expel him from Cuba with NORAD, I'm lucky that he rolled a 1. So I can score 2 now, or expel him from Cuba, hoping to score 2 more, and to get a roll against Nigeria. In this case, I may be forced to play the China card to Nigeria, or to play our man in Tehran for ops, which now that South America scoring is gone, is not that bad. So let's first try to expel him from here. Come on. Okay, this worked, although I hoped to achieve it using only 2 rolls to get 1 more against Nigeria. Summit for a coup in Haiti. No, Cameroon. Okay. You know what? I don't even need to bird trap him. It's always nice to have a bird trap player 7. On the other hand, none of the Chinese cards were gone so far. Maybe, just maybe, let's distract him a little. And repair whatever he did. So, there's no hurry in our man, there's no hurry with Sadat. Yeah, I know it's a matter of access, but he keeps rolling so-so. I'm not fighting for 1 more here. 7 from Central America for USA looks enough. Maybe that was a moment to realign Nigeria, but oh well. Maybe that's the moment to steal Nigeria. Africa is the region to be scored. Africa is the region to be scored. Europe is also the region to be scored. And Salt ABM comes too late. Okay, no more risking with speculative scorings. Let's play Sadat, enabling the potential empty OPEC play. South African unrest doesn't provide him with immediate African domination, although it makes matters much more difficult there for me. Because a successful coup in Zaire makes it 5-3. Oh, he is into it. Now, Africa can be defended by pure ops placement, so it should. At least yet. The point is, I'm certainly not going to give up Africa, but I have to score Europe, and I'd like to put at least one in Iraq and one in South America with puppets. But it seems that I'm not gonna be given this opportunity. Okay, I can give up a 1. And where else? Yeah, that's the problem. No meaningful targets. For some realignment defense. I think I will place out negotiations for ops because I don't see it. how I'm able to grab enough military operations this turn. If I yeah, he's spacing with success, which I don't like. So spacing Quagmire, but then puppets, socialists for self-repair, I guess. So then sold for a coup. I don't feel comfortable with what happens in this map and in the game. I only feel comfortable because I have the China card and I control Cultural Revolution. And CIA is still in the deck, but Long Gunman is also in the deck. And he's gonna see my headline. The map is completely in his favor. So is the VP track. So is the clock. And so is the operation points balance. Maybe I should give up South America as it's been scored. I know in a long term such reasoning doesn't work, but in a short term I have to avoid being dropped too far below Wargames threshold. And I keep rolling once for coups, although I must honestly say that his rolls for some crucial coups in Central America were also not too convincing. So now that Africa has been scored, maybe socialist governments don't need to be self-repaired right now. 14 cards to be drawn, so there is gonna be a reshuffle. All the regions are scored, so in case of scorings coming back, I can't do much in South America. I can secure Asia. right in time as I got Asia scoring. So, Cultural Revolution, Willy Brandt, Brush War, Camp David Accords, Ussuri. These are cards he knows about in my hand. He shouldn't be able to know about other cards. Now, one small step would be tempting, but I think he's not gonna space in his first action round. Plus, it's much more urgent to do anything I could in South America. Namely, to try to grab at least one country. Haha. So we're gonna see what I have in hand. Brush War has a drawback. The drawback's name is Flower Power. But I have the China, Cultural and Ussuri. Allende goes for free. Maybe Cultural may be spaced after one small step. Asia it's at 0, and it may turn worse if he has and wins the Korean War. And I think that's the only case. He protects against me breaking into South Korea, and I have to risk 50-50. If I lose this roll and he has South America scoring, it's goodbye. But otherwise, if he had South America scoring, it would also be a goodbye, probably. Yeah, I feel this is better than one small step now. Arrgh. So one small step is a must now. Camp David Accords would be a must now. He's spacing first. And with success, damn it. Yeah, I probably should have spaced first, but can't be prepared for everything. Okay, at least I can space Willy Brandt. And he's not seeing my headline anymore. And I'm gonna get rid of Cultural Revolution by simply spacing one small step. Playing one small step. Anyway, Defcon's my best bet. As of Europe, I feel I should give up. Well, maybe not entirely. My next move is probably Usuri to Pakistan and India, hoping that he doesn't have a playable 4-op. Because I'm getting rid of my playable cards as well. Maybe I should enter Pakistan with the China card and then play the Asia scoring, but if he has Indo-Paki, this is crippling. And I can no longer hope for any DEFCON resources. Nuclear test ban. Oh, he didn't have it. Therefore, I'm able to actually score Asia for a 5. Not enough to get rid of Wargames threat, though. Of course, of course. So no point in taking Pakistan right now. There is a point in taking a VP right now, of course. And hope for Central America, hope for burying South America, hope for some Middle East and whatnot. Maybe Star Wars. Actually, this is a hopeless game unless some miraculous DEFCON comes for the rescue. Yeah, for African battlegrounds. And I'm not gonna have anything from nuclear test ban, because sorry, from nuclear subs. Just can't afford cooing. Have to discard Cultural Revolution, keep the China card by myself. Now, what the hell is this of a hand? It's actually more helpful than it could be. Goodbye. Central America can stay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Come on, really? The game's not over yet. in theory, but in practice it is. I can't even play Glasnost. This doesn't really change anything. So OPEC is killing me and Glasnost is killing me. What a time to be alive. I need VPs. I failed to get VPs. He needs VPs. He grabs VPs. He grabs enough VPs for everything he could wish. Whatever. Thank you for watching and see you next time.